Alright YouTube, this is what we got this morning. Got another change out. It's Saturday. Never a dull moment at all. But we got a full change out. This is a Bosch 15 SEER heat pump system. Everything's dual stage. You've got dual stage compressor, variable speed motor here on the outdoor unit, variable speed motor inside the cabinet here. Completely aluminum coil. Now they've been making these things communicating coming from the factory, but they've got some dip switches that you can flip, and there you go. So what we got is our equipment. You're gonna need an electric heater in there for the real cold times, or if something ever happens to that. We're gonna pair it with a Honeywell T6 Pro 2 heat 1 cool. We've got our pad, we've got our 3-inch pump up legs that we're gonna bring with us. Now, you may say, Brian, if I'm gonna install a heating and air conditioning system, what tools do I need? What do I need? First of all, you're gonna need sheet metal tools. You got snips, pry bars, tape measures, straps, PVC cutters, folding bars, crimpers, I mean all kinds of stuff like that. Maybe we'll do a video. Always bring extra oxygen settling tanks. You know, you never know when you're gonna run out. You gotta get the refrigerant out of the system, the old one that's there. So you're gonna need a recovery machine. Always bring extra stats. That's the Elite Pro S12000. I mean, it's very nice, but it's a little bit expensive. You need full tape. 1,000 refrigerants nowadays. I like to bring this Milwaukee fan. If you watch my videos, you'll see that I have that in attics sometimes. You're gonna need a drill. I like the Milwaukee M18. It's got plenty of power, but I also have a smaller drill that I carry on my bag. You're gonna need sheet metal screws. Then you're gonna need some longer ones for more grip on certain things. I like these Swedgers. Rectasil makes them. I got introduced to them a few years back, and they will save you from buying couplings ever again. I probably won't take my water hose with me today. You're gonna need a vacuum pump. This evacuates the system after you've welded everything. You're gonna need your service bag, voltmeter, screwdriver, side cutters, all that good stuff. Needle nose is in there. There's my little drill. I like to carry the Sawzall, the Milwaukee Sawzall, with me because you never know when you gotta cut something. You're gonna need a set of gauges that will read all kinds of refrigerants. An extension cord, something else good to bring with you. A roll of sheet metal, definitely sheet metal, to build transitions, to make block off plates, all that kind of stuff. Next, that I left out, that I didn't think about, I like to bring a bunch of 90s stuff. So if we're going to make a new P-trap or a drain or any of that kind of stuff, then I think of the tonnages, and depending on the tonnage, depends the line set size, but we're gonna bring tons of 90s with us. Battery chargers, secondary float switches, caulk gun with silicone just in case we need to seal something up. Bring plenty of water. Now, pro tip, you better carry something like this wasp and hornet spray. You never know what's up inside these units, especially the outdoors. Extra thermostat wire. I always like to carry that because you never know when you got to splice or extend. Sometimes the sun just beats this stuff to death, and you know, exposes the wires. You don't want any low voltage shorts. So there, extra copper for whatever we need to make up. I need a shovel to level out that pad. Talking about levels, we need a level, so we'll bring that. Some extra PVC. Now, I like to carry an extra whip. 9 times out of 10, I can reconnect what's already there, but sometimes not so much. Now, this job that I'm doing is way out in the county, like in Mount Eden, Kentucky. I'm in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. So, I mean, it's not terribly far, but it's far enough, you know, there's nothing close. So I don't want to have to leave once I'm there. And next, this Milwaukee M18 shop vac. They come in very handy. I don't need to run an extension cord, just battery powered. Very handy. battery goes in there, but I'm going to check. We got 3 bars on that, so that's good. If I want to suck out the drain, you know, just all that kind of stuff. So those torches, oxygen settling, we need all that. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm going to bring some extra blue wire nuts with us. That's it. Now you may say, Brian, do you work out of this thing all the time? No, I do not. I don't work out of this thing very often at all. But the van quit pulling because of the stable track. Long story again. If you follow the channel, you know, because I took a picture of it on a rollback at the gas station. Drove in there, turned it off, and went back, and it starts, it runs, but it just won't pull. So I got to get it in somewhere, and we're just going to make do. I think today we're going to clean that trailer off this morning, and we'll just put the equipment and some stuff on the trailer and just go that route. But yeah, that's it. Basically everything that I can possibly think of. I'm sure there's somebody on here who's like, well, you didn't say this, you didn't say that. I'm not perfect, yeah. But yeah, that's basically everything that you're going to need to do an install. So come along with us, and I'll take you step by step of how we change these systems out. It's a process, but I don't know, it's kind of relaxing. You just turn on some music and zone out and help people out. So come along with us. All right, YouTube, we have made it to the job, haven't we, Zach?
Yep.
You can tell by Zach's reaction, he's super enthusiastic about this.
Oh yeah.
But folks, what we got is an ancient train. I know it's a 90s model, hang on. 96, I was 2 years off. All right, and it appears to be running everything, but we're gonna check to make sure that the refrigerant's out of it before we go to cutting and pulling and all that good stuff. So here you're gonna see 2 service ports, one for your suction, one for your liquid. Pop your caps. It smells like dogs back here.
I'm starting to get used to it.
I don't know how. All right, folks. Now on this model, this whole door, and there's usually a couple screws, but they didn't put them in at the bottom. So you got 4 screws here. This model trains, man, they last quite some time, obviously. What's taking this one out is refrigerant. The evaporator coil just starts leaking, and he paid us to put some refrigerant in it, but it just did not last. Zach, go ahead and open those gauges for me. You're good. Those low loss fittings, they always hold it in there. And you can't mix refrigerants. Once you do, it's toast. You can't use it anymore. So we're going to turn on our gauges and see, as we thought, 0. There's absolutely nothing in this system at all. So we'll turn these back off. A bunch of oil in that thing though. Ugh. Set that down over there, Zach. Ugh. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is be real careful, because there might be wasp up in this unit that you just don't see yet. Emphasis on the yet. Oh God, it stinks out here. Between the chickens and the dogs, it's rough. Oh, I told you.
Oh man.
Yeah. Back up, Zach. I've got wasp spray. I'll turn you back on here in a second, YouTube. All right. Now, in our intro video, didn't I say you never know when you're gonna need this stuff? Because right there is a problem. But he's not no more. Neither is his buddies. This stuff is amazing. I said that and they started flying. It does take a second, but I promise y'all, they don't make it after that. As you can see, there was quite a few in there. But again, this is a lifesaver, but you still got to watch out because there may be other nests in this unit that you just don't see. I've seen some big old nests before. Oh, we got a straggler there, didn't we? Now it's got me paranoid. Anything flies by my head.
Yeah, there's gnats or something.
All right, so we'll keep this real handy to us. Never a dull moment. Was that you or me?
That was you.
Oh, nothing. Okay. All right, folks. So now we're gonna get our low voltage taken loose. And it does not matter that the indoor unit's still on. I mean, yes, there's 24 volts here, but what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to short a fuse out to a piece of crap that I'm going to throw away. Doesn't matter. We're going to use our side cutters. Now I've got this stuff all over my hands where I engulf this unit. But I'd rather smell like kerosene than get eat up by a wasp. Right. Okay, so our low voltage can come out of there. Rip all this loose. I just want the stuff off my hand. All right, so now power's killed. Got our 2 hot wires. There should be a ground. And it's right there. Which I got another whip. That's the way you test. Don't do what I do, you two. You're gonna end up getting hit. Oh, we're the only ones that has worked on this system. I believe in '96, Dexter put it in, so I was still in school. All right. So since we are going to cut that, we're going to just snip these wires right there. We'll take it loose from in here. Seems like the smarter choice. That disconnect is a piece of crap too, isn't it? Okay.
Throwing stuff at yourself.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. The other day, Cardi was over top of me using Allen keys, and he dropped it, and it smacked me right on the top of my head. It's like, man. Which, thank God, it was just an Allen key versus a screwdriver or
Drill.
Yeah. Pro tip: don't ever work underneath anybody. It could not be in your favor. Well, dude, I wish I could just get the door off of there, but I can't. Come on, man. Get out of here. You don't even belong to them. Dude, I can't get over it. Smell. Oh, that's bad. We'll call this one Stinky Backyard. Okay, so what we need to do is take that wire loose, and then take your ground loose. Zach, come over on this other side. Hold this door up for me. Which one's our ground? Looks right there. Okay. Now, how hard is that gonna be? Well, that guy was adamant about his tractor, wasn't he? Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't need it. Yes, you do. It's like, no, I don't. All right, you can lift it up. All right, so now we got our disconnect, and that's just the power supply to the unit main power. That's your low voltage. Now we just got to cut the copper. Now normally, if this, not even going to put it back in there right now. Normally on a change out, something like that, it's got refrigerant in it, so you would have to recover all that. We brought the equipment to be able to do that, but there's no need. It's bone dry again. So we'll just straight cut the copper. Well, come on. Just a little vapor. It's a nasty job. All right, YouTube, I'm not going to force you to watch all this extra stuff.
This is the first time.
All right, YouTube, we got a treat for you today. Like I was telling Zach, when you flip over all this stuff, you better really pay attention. And let me show you why. I saw this little spider here, and it's a black widow. That make you need some assistance. Hopefully that shows up, because yes, that is definitely a black widow. You can see the red hourglass on it. He gone. But man, you got to be careful, y'all. All right. Yeah, man, it's already hot this morning. We got our new unit in place, leveled out. We just put it back on the old blocks. I had a pad and totally left it. I knew there'd be something I forgot. Zach, set that service bag up here.
The one behind you?
Oh, sorry.
I didn't even know where it looked.
Give me that little drill. Whew. All right, YouTube, this is a Bosch. It seems very intimidating, but it's actually kind of easy to diagnose, and it's just not that big of a deal, really. Kind of easy to test. Sorry, YouTube. Hey, Zach.
Yep.
Get that fan out of the back of the truck. So they're easier to diagnose. 9 times out of 10, it's your control board. I haven't had a lot of stuff fail on these things, really. I've changed the boards out a couple different times, but that's about it. Okay. So now we're going to start hooking up our new unit. What I like to do is take a lot of good straight angles. It cleans your job up, makes everything look better. And this is kind of why you need extra copper and stuff like that with you. Y'all, it is hot. I'm sorry, but I gotta start wearing my hat again. That catches a lot of stuff, keeps it out of your eyeballs. So what I'm gonna do, yes sir, air conditioning. Oh man, when you're wet and you get air moving across you, you're just like,
Oh, it's great. Once you're at a beach and it gets windy,
dude,
you just breathe.
this guy is just getting on my nerve. Well, he keeps coming back to that same spot. And if it was somewhere else, I meant live and let live, but dang. Bugs.
Drowning him at that point.
Yeah, well, he looked thirsty. All right, Zach, let's go get our torches and some 90s and stuff. Whew. Sweat burning my eyeballs. Either that or the wasp spray, one or the other. It does feel like pepper spray, so if you can't ever find pepper spray, if you got some wasp spray, you just get them with that. It'll do the same. Probably blind them, to be honest.
Yeah. It might be worse.
So folks, if that's your scenario, I mean, yes, it does work, but make sure you really have to do it. If not, you might be going to jail. And here's, see, we got one coming down and another one, so two's all we'll need for this. All right. Whew. Hope YouTube likes all the sound effects they get. I talk to myself all day. That's why YouTube works for me, because it's like I'm already doing this anyway.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. We're right there at 10,000. So like and subscribe and keep watching, because we're right there at 10,000, which I know in YouTube standards is really nothing. But I just never thought that it was ever going to be like it is. I don't know why people would want to watch me. You can keep them further back from us, but just undo it. There you go. That's good enough. All right, so that knob there on the big tank, turn to the left. Yes. Right there, it's good. You just got to crack the tank. Now, that, no. Yes. It's going to come down. Yes. That's tight. I told you wrong. I set you up for failure. I need some silver solder. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab another piece, because I'm sure we'll use it out here. All right, and we need a sparker. Good luck with that. Okay. Zach, there's some sanding cloth in that bottom piece as well. It's like a little roll of it. No, no. Where's it at? We make it. That's Santa Claus. It's like sandpaper, basically. Because if you try to throw solder on this nasty copper, it won't hardly stick. So you got to clean it up, and it'll flow a lot better too. See, folks, copper will never rust. It just changes colors. It tarnishes. Yeah, that thing's copper, isn't it? Just imagine how much that costs. It's a wonder crackheads ain't cutting it up, scrapping it. Oh man, the next Bill Gates. How'd you get your fortune? Thanks to France.
Thanks to France. Why is it already hot?
Because it's sitting in that sun. All right, folks. Oh, it's loose now. You got to open it up where it can sit on it. And with these, you just do a little crank, spin, crank, spin. Now you're loose. If you crank it down too much, you can break that little wheel right there, the cutting wheel, and that's no bueno. All right. So what I like to do is go ahead and shove my 90 in there. It gives me a good idea of where we're going to be. We'll cut it right there, and I'll turn you back on when I go to. All right, folks. So there's our joints after we've welded. We got that hooked up. Next order of business, our low voltage in. Now these Bosch units were traditional systems. I mean, you got 5 wires, but this does not utilize all 5. So what we're going to need is an orange for the switchover, yellow for contactor, like there is a contactor in there, but whatever, y'all get what I'm saying. Blue for common, and then we got white for our electric heat. So we're gonna twist. It's still live. Normally they don't. If you're wet, there's the thing. If you're moist, it'll get you. What is it, better conductor or something?
Yeah.
Zach, what do you do? Just sit around and read all the time?
No.
I can't tell.
I really don't read.
Oh, he's cheating, y'all. He's on YouTube getting the insider trading. Zach is a treasure trove of useless information.
Yep.
No, me either. I'll be like, somebody will say something about something, and I'm like, I know a little bit about that. Blah 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 blah.
How and why do you know that?
I don't know. I don't know why I know it. It just stuck with me. Okay, so we need our paperwork. What else we need? We need some armor flex here. We need our whip. So we'll go to the truck and grab all that stuff. All right, we're back. So this is the little Molex plug where we hook up 24 volts. If we weren't hooking this up to a 24 volt and making it communicating, then we would do something different, but I think that's where that goes. Pretty sure. Might have turned this backwards, but no, where does that go? No, that's it. That's what I thought. But that's not going to work like that. So explain that. I bet they gave us the wrong connector. I've had to do this once before. True. What? No, no. These stay and it locks it in. But if you ever want to get that off again, you got to take a knife and pry that red one off. This is what I'm missing. If you're not going to use the communicating stuff, then you got to remove that so you actually have the space to put that on. Like so. Well, Bosch, what will you think of next? All right. On top of my console, those blue wire nuts, I should have grabbed them when we were in there, didn't think. Grab 4 of them. All right, folks. So while he's going to get that, then we'll connect our low voltage end of everything. We're going to go ahead and hook up our new whip. I always buy like 6-foot whips. It always just works out. Very rarely will you like have to make your own whip up, you know, that kind of distance. I have had to in the past, but usually not so much. So we'll cut our zip ties off. Screwdriver. Start with that one. We about did it, but we got it. Okay. So then I'll take my needle nose and knock all these out. I could have went down there in that existing hole, but I just didn't like it. Now, y'all that watch my YouTube videos, y'all are used to seeing Cardi. He didn't get fired or anything. Like I told you at the beginning of the video, it's a weekend, so I usually try to give my guys, what'd you do? Oh, over there. You know, the weekend off, if it can be helped. Give them a little break. I'm just the Terminator and I never get a break. But anyway, Zach is a kid that comes to our church and he's just very interested in all things. So anybody that wants to learn, you know, I don't want to be the reason they can't. So he's here helping us today. But Zach is going to UK over there in Lexington this coming up week, starting as a freshman. So if anybody sees our videos there, find Zach. He's not very cool, but he's a nice kid. Yeah, he is on the band, so y'all be nice in the comments. Band kids got feelings too. They're just different people. Am I wrong?
Different was a word.
Yes, that was a nice word. Ain't nothing wrong with being different, Zach. The Bible tells us we should be different, right?
Saying different to word that a lot of people might be too nice.
Nah. Never be too nice. So we're just going to color code. So far we got yellow, which is contactor, white, which is electric heat. Now Bosch does something stupid and switches the colors where blue would normally be common. It is not in this unit, so you need to look at your label, your board, whatever, or you will miswire this thing. But we've hooked up 1,000 of them, so we already know what to do. Black is your common. That's what a common is, Zach. He's not going to college for electrical, okay, kids?
No, but I went to electrical classes.
Oh, man.
Classes feels like
I do. Alright, so we're just going to tuck all that stuff back over there nice and neat. Alright, so that's low voltage. Super hard stuff so far, folks. We're going to take this little O-ring off, or whatever kind of ring you want to call it. Run our wires through. That's what actually pinches the whip onto the disconnect. This disconnect has seen better days. A lot of times, folks, I don't upsell like that. You know, people go, oh, we need a new disconnect, we need this, we need that, we need this, new line set, this and this and this. You don't got to do all that. People do that kind of stuff just to charge somebody else more money. You know, I'd be lying to you if I said that I wasn't here because of money, but I don't have to upsell you on anything. I give you what you need. We'll get your house where it needs to be, and I make what I can make, and I go home. So we're going to strip these little connectors back. Now, this is your ground. Now, you can't go wrong here or here. You can't go wrong. It's just 120 volts. But you put that ground in something hot, and you can definitely go wrong. You'll have a fireworks show. And we want good, tight connections, because loose connections burn. They get hot. Not that this unit draws a lot of amps, but the potential is always there. So we're going to get that up in there. Nothing wise about this. Look at what I do for a living. No. Solomon did wives. That's all he seemed to do.
His wives?
Everybody else's too. He took after his daddy.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we got that stuff. Now we can put our little plate back up in here. All right, so now what we'll do is we'll measure out enough of it to get us back up in there. And a little bit more. Come back just a little bit. There we go. Now what I like to do with these, just make a nick in it, bend it. That'll take care of most of it. Side cutters, just do not cut your wires. If you do, everything you just did was for nothing, because you're gonna go and get you a new whip. All right, take those loose because we need our piece here. Put through there, put that through there, and we need to get that piece back past it because that has to sink in there. Twist it on so you get a good connection. And then tighten it up pretty good. And that'll pinch it down. See? Okay, so this has been twisted up for a long time, so we're gonna keep it like that. Again, just like in the disconnect. Take that little ring off. Run your wires through your hole. Well, it's gonna put that right in front of that port. That's gonna be fun. But we're here, I'll make it work. All right. Should have probably did that in reverse, YouTube family, but lessons learned. We still have access to it. It's okay. Now you can take like a flat head and put that on there, crank it, whatever. You don't have to. All right, so I like to loop the loop. We're gonna cut all those right there. Peel back. You don't want a lot sticking out of your terminals. Less chances somebody gets hit later on in life if there's no bare wire. They can't get hit, right?
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised. Nobody thinks about the next man. What happened earlier? Oh, I ain't worried about that, Zach. That's like a 9-volt battery. It's more of a shock, you know, like, what happened, you know, than it is anything else. I can deal with low voltage getting me. It's that high voltage that hurts. So we're going to loosen these terminals because our main electric is going to go right there. So I like to loop it so it doesn't put any bends in the wires or anything. And guys, this is literally an outdoor unit. Like like we're done. Just too bad the inside doesn't happen that quick. If so, I could do about 4 of these a day and maybe finally make some money. Good and snug. Tuck him over there too. Folks, and then you put your door on. Now after we get finished, we'll put a vacuum on that to evacuate the line set, make sure we don't have any leaks. We're going to insulate the line now since we're sitting right here. Probably should wait until you get everything finished to do all this, but I'm fairly confident we don't have any leaks out here. So I'm going to steal some of this Armor Flex. Zach, if you don't care, roll those torches back up. The torches? Bruh. Zach over here having a heat stroke. Always hold it down and barely cut. Just kind of scar it, then you can control the rip. If you try to just rip this with your fingers, it's zigzagged, it's all over everywhere, and it just doesn't look as good. You know, people actually pay you to be here and do this stuff, so they kind of expect a certain level of quality. And here at Countryside, we try for that. So we're gonna slip this over. And folks, what can I say? When you're good, you're good. Like, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but beep, beep. And I see people use electrical tape all the time, which is fine. I just think zip ties are a lot cleaner look. Like I said, folks, that's an outdoor unit. I mean, it's the easier part of the job. I mean, you got to deal with more heat because you're outside, that kind of stuff, but there's just not much to it. All right, Zach, hand me that bag right there. All right, guys, so here is what we are taking out. It's equal to 96. We've got to go find the breaker box and all that good stuff here shortly. But just wanted to show you as we were making our first trip down, this is what we'll be taking out, and come along with us. All right, guys, leave it back. So first thing, we're going to take out these screws across. That chuck is not on there straight. Look at it. That made it a little more difficult. Might do is make a moonshine. Shh, YouTube, don't tell me. Alright, so we got our screws. Gonna drop this down. Now you're dealing with main voltage. You better, I repeat, you better use your voltmeter and check all this stuff. It hurts. And the way you do that, get you a voltmeter. Anything in a house is AC voltage. So we're going to turn it to AC. Check up here. Dead. Dead. So we're great. Sweet loving me. The what? Yeah. That dust is not live. So we're going to take these all loose. Now what I'm going to do, not to confuse myself down the road, because everything's black so it's hard to tell what went with what, I'm going to take one of them up. That way I have no doubt what wires go with what. Set those up on that water heater for me, please. Now what he did was run one wire that was bigger but could handle both, and then split down here in this big old box, which is stupid, but I've seen it, you know, I've seen it.
It works.
It does. Just not the easiest thing to deal with because that's some thick wire. It's straight. Comes sometimes, but it fades oh so fast.
So the chicken bone there.
Well, this is gonna be fun. Dude, that's some thick wire. I wonder if I can grab that. Get me pliers, blue handle, right here, right here. Oh, that thing. Get the spider webs off my face. Ugh. Thank you. Thousand ways to skin a cat. Now the only thing is I just pray that we got enough electric to get us over to our new breakers, because that's something I did not break. We'll see. We might be alright. There's more there than what you think. Yeah, don't do that.
I didn't have one installed, so I just don't have rain.
What am I missing here? Dang it. Real man put that one on. Not man enough. Woo! I don't think they shot a screw in this thing. They like their duct tape though. Zach, if you want, start ripping that duct tape around. They did put screws in it.
What duct tape?
The duct tape I'm literally taking off. You're gonna have to move that. You can put that over on the water heater and just point it this way. Okay, so we're gonna start taking this apart. Oh, you're good, dude. This job you get close, man. You got no choice. You got it off his side here?
Yeah.
All right. They got 2 screws in the side over. Should do. All right, folks. So here's what it looks like that we're left with. What we're gonna do is get the new air handler up there, and then I'll take back up with you. All right, guys. So we got our new cabinet in there. I took the coil out just to lift, make it easier to lift up. Now, we still got to tape and do all that good stuff, so we'll get back once we get the coil in and all that.